Hey, let's talk about emergencies today. And why I'm going to talk about it because they happened, and they happened like this. Okay, but before I do that, I want to the planner. Okay, remember I did a video and I was saying how, in the DOM planner, there's certain numbers that you need to know, and you just don't know until you get put in that situation. Okay, now some years ago when I was a DON, I had smoke coming from the basement. Okay, and then we had to evacuate, and it was a very scary feeling. Okay, I was scared shitless, and I'm not even going to hold you. All right, we had to evacuate the residents. We had to get the residents out of the facility that was on that side. Okay, and this is why code drills are important. This is why fire drills are important, because you need to make sure that your team is able to operate when you're not in the building. Okay, thankfully I was in the building when this happened, but baby, let me tell you, when it happened so fast. It happened so fast. And I'm jotting my behind up those stairs, telling people we got to get out this building. All right. And I remember like breaking down, okay, literally about to get a resident out of the bed and breaking down. And my one CNA, she was like, come on, boss lady, we got this. Right. And that right there, was amazing for me, right? Because the team I had was absolutely amazing. All right, we had a great team. I can't argue that. But why I'm telling you to have these, because I don't know how it would have went if I wasn't there. All right. It was a Saturday. Okay, as DONs, we love working, right? We always in the building. We nosy as hell. We want to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm so glad I was there, because I was able to then lead my team and in support of my team, then supporting me and making sure that our residents were safe. All right. So in the planner, I told you there's certain numbers that you need to know. All right, and you just don't know what you need until you are put into a situation. And this was one of those situations. Oh my God, I had to get everybody out the building. Where the hell are these residents going to go? Okay, where are they going to go? Thankfully, they was able to come back inside. But had I had to send them to another facility, who would have been my receiving facility? What facility would I have been calling to say, hey, I had a fire, and I see that you're my facility that's taking my residents. Okay, so as much information as you can, get as much information as you can when you're starting these positions. Okay, I have like a guide on things that you should be doing day 1, day 2, day 3, of just trying to get acclimated in this new environment that you're going to be in. Okay, a lot of times we get these positions and we just, boom, we take off, we're hitting the floor. And we have to take a step back, because there are other pertinent things that need to be taken care of first. Okay, and one of those things is the identifying the safety component of what you would do in the event of emergency to care for these residents. And again, it's some of the things that we just don't think about. Okay, we don't think about that, but we think about, oh my God, this happened, day 1, you're just all over the place doing a whole bunch of things that's not strategically planned out for you to gear you up for success. Okay, me, planning and preparation produces positive outcomes, and that's on period. Okay, so the more you plan and prepare yourself for these uneventful events, it can set you up for success in the long run. Okay, so use the planner. Okay, go through that and identify the certain things that I asked you in those questions. Okay, who is your receiving facility? All right, how often are you running code drills in your facility? How often is maintenance doing fire drills in your facility? How often are you doing elopement risk in your facility? All right, it's getting cold outside, so you want to make sure that your staff knows how to properly do an elopement. Like, what would you do in the event of an elopement? Who do you need to notify in the event of an elopement? All right, because if you have that resident elope and it's freezing outside, there have been plenty of cases where, residents are found dead outside because staff wasn't aware that a resident was able to exit the facility. Are you doing those checks that you need to do in your facility to ensure the safety of the residents? Okay, so this is why I want to bring this out, because especially now the weather is changing, depending on where you are. Okay, but utilize a planner. Okay, remember, planning and preparation produces positive outcomes. All right, handling event. Being prepared in emergency situations is very crucial. Okay, it can really determine the outcome, not only for the residents but for your staff as well. All right, so run your code drills, run your have your maintenance department run their fire drills, run your elopement drills, your backup system. In the event that your backup, your Mars, if you're on computer, if it is not working, what do you do? Does the staff know how to get to that information, or are you the only one that knows how to do it? Okay, again, something else that you need to start thinking about. The other thing that I want you to start thinking about is the layout of your facility. So take the map of your facility, like what you have all your residents on, ask to get it from your maintenance director, and find out where are all your backup, your red ports are in certain rooms. Okay, everybody room doesn't have like those emergency outlets. All right, so if you have somebody on oxygen, if you have somebody that's on a tube feed, if you have somebody on an air mattress, you want to make sure that they have those emergency outlets in their room, so you can kind of just switch them over in the event power outage. Okay, your power outage, do you have your flashlight, your blankets, extension cords, just anything that you can have, like a emergency safety kit. Okay, walkie-talkies is a big one. Flashlights is a major big one. All right, and again, you don't know you need these things until you have a power outage. Yes, of course I had a power outage. Okay, so these are the things that I think, as directors of nurses, as nurse leaders, as educators, you need to know. Making sure your charts are, ready. You have an emergency, you got to take the people charts, who's doing what, so just really start working on your emergency prepared plan. Okay, yes, maintenance have one. It's big. It's at the, at the front desk, or on each nurse's unit. But as a nurse leader, it's important that you know this information as well. It's important that your team know this information, okay? Because it's going to boil down to the planning and preparation to produce the positive outcomes, all right? So follow me for more tips and have a great day.